on the attire, so I'll be our guest so that you'll have something to follow along with. I'm going to mirror everything for you, so I'll be facing you. Dance exactly like I am, because I am your mirror. So let's start from the very beginning. I'll walk you through. We'll talk about transitions and all that fun stuff. I'm going to have to check my notes because I might forget, but I've got them right here. So let's get started. All right, and then after this, we'll film a whole song all the way through with me facing you and mirroring you. So we start behind our castledores, of course. We're all lined up in our first formation, which is 2 parallel lines, ready to come out. On our ahs, we come out for the first ah, ah. So it's really, really fast. We might have to start earlier than that. We'll gauge it next week with music. So we are coming straight out from our parallel lines to our 3 lines downstage where you're all in your windows, okay? And then we have, go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We our guest, be our guest. Beef ragout, cheese souffle, pie and pudding on flambe. We'll prepare and serve the flair of culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. We tell jokes. From here you're moving to your 3 V's. So we're switching. I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks, but it's all in perfect taste that you can bet. Go on and lift your glass. These are your Lindy's. On free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest. You have your turns on each of yours depending on where you are in the lines. If you're stage right, you're the first one. If you're middle, you're the second turn. If you're stage left, you're the third. So we have be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Each of you ends stage right. Yours goes be our guest. So you'll put your plate stage right. Center, you'll go straight to the center. Be our guest. Stage left, you'll go center. 2 stage left, sorry. Be our guest, all right? Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. And then moving on after that, we have our next sequence coming out of our V's. So, checking my notes, that is our circles, because we have those big ah. Okay, so we just finished our be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. You'll put your plate in your right hand. It will be backwards, it is okay. Open up, become your 2 concentric circles. You walk in the direction that I told you your circle goes. I believe inside circle goes towards stage right, outside circle goes towards stage left. You'll walk. And remember, we speed up as the music speeds up. And then we run back to those 3 beginning lines. Elbows out with our plates in the center. Back to those 3 beginning lines. We get there by get your worries off your chest. And you have get your worries off your chest. Then immediately we back up because that's when our acro tumblers run away. So get your worries off your chest. They give you your plates as you're running. Just put your rentrée, we van array. Okay, we suggest try the bread. I want you to take your plates out on the word bread, okay? So we're gonna grab each other's plates like we're holding hands, but we're holding plates. Try the bread, try the soup, while the croutons loop-de-loop. The croutons are gonna loop-de-loop while you do this. You have 6 kicks starting with your right foot. They're flick kicks. So slowly they are flick, step, flick, step, flick, step, flick, step, flick, step, flick, step. I think that was 6. So taking them quick, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, step in, dig. So you have, there's a little hops in between them to switch feet for you. It's much easier than just stepping. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, step, dig, right foot in. Okay, that is, it's a treat for any diner. Don't believe me, ask the china. Plate comes in at the same time as china. Okay, moving on, you have your bouncy bounces. Remember, this is all about the booty. So we have booty, booty, bounce, bounce, booty, booty, bounce, bounce, booty, booty, bounce, bounce around the world. Okay, that is singing pork, dancing veal, what an entertaining meal. How could anyone be gloomy or depressed? Right knee is up. We'll make you shout, encore, stay there, and send us out for more. Stand up. So be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. And we separate a little bit into your next formation so that our tappers can dance. Your next formation is your staggered V. So you have your kind of V within a V, okay? So you're moving to your staggered V here. After this, yes, all right? So all together, let's take that from whenever we come out of our 2 concentric circles. So we just finished our circles. Moving faster, faster, and faster, and faster. We came back to our 3 lines. Be our guest, be our guest. Get your worries off your chest. Let us say for your entree, we're moving upstage. Maybe suggest, try the bread, try the soup. When the croutons loop-de-loop, it's a treat for any diner. Don't believe me? Ask the china. Singing, blue, most beloved pork, dancing veal. What an entertaining meal. How could anyone be gloomy or depressed? We'll make you shout, encore, and send us out for more. So be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Walk to your 2 V's. This is where our tappers will come forward. We'll do our little toppiness there. And then we move on to the next step, which is feather dusters, go away. And our china has their little spotlight moment. So china, this is where you come forward into your 2 offset front lines. And you have your swippy swappy. I know you know what I mean. So we have front, we have swippy swappy, and then we swippy swappy back, and then we run all the way around to our big giant U for our Mrs. Potts spotlight with her feather dusters. Feather dusters come out, they do their crazy dancing. You guys get to breathe for a second before things go crazy at the end of the dance. Moving on to the next step. After the feather dusters, we move to 1 giant V so that we can get to our big straight line, okay? So feather dusters finish up. We have the big giant V while Lumiere is emoting about how hard it is not having any work to do. So he comes around each of us and can interact as Lumiere chooses. So everybody will move from that big U, very small movements, I know it's most of us are almost in the exact same spot, to your place. If you have a plate, you will stand like this. If you don't, feather dusters, we're sassy, so we'll put our hands on our hips, okay? So from here, Lumiere will come around, we have our most days we just lay around and guess it. And then after we have flaggy fat and lazy, you walked in a whoops-a-daisy. You have da-da-da-da-ba-ba, do-do-do-do. On the diddle-diddle-doo, we just do a little shaky shake like we're getting ready to shake the dust off and get ready to dance, okay? So ba-da-da-da-da-da, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then on that crazy music, you are running to your 1 giant line to get ready for your switches, okay? So we're going wiggle, 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 running to that long line up across the front, okay? We get there and we have our switches. Be our guest, be our guest. Our command is your request. It's been years since we've had. As soon as you finish, we've had. Start running to your 4 parallel lines. That's where you have our napkins, our anchoring, and they're way up like this. And we have our lines lighting up right behind them because you guys are gonna come down the center of them. So we just finished our switches, and we have, it's been years since we've had anybody here. From wherever you are, you jump on obsessed. And we're obsessed. Okay, if you're not to your spot yet, use this music to get there. If you are, just happily kind of bounce to the music, okay? With your meal, with your ease, yes indeed, we aim to please. As soon as you hear the word please, back of the line, you start to go. Okay, so that's our most upstage pair. I believe that is Delilah on her side with, let me check my notes. Make sure I've got everybody. I think we had Delilah was up at the top of her line and Addie was at the back of her napkin line. So Delilah and her partner and Addie and her partner will start us off. They will zoom up the center of those parallel lines to their final spots that we set in rehearsal, okay? We run to those spots. We get there, we have like 3 seconds to breathe because we have course, by, and we have the kick line now, all right? There's a tiny spot I forgot to teach us in class, so we're gonna learn it right now, okay? So we have course, by, course, kick. 1 by 1, kick. Till you shout, kick, enough, I'm done. Then we have little hip bounces. Bouncy, 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 that's on me. Send you off to sleep as you digest. Then, tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now, just eat up. So that way you don't have quite so many kicks, all right? It takes out about 6 kicks for you, so you're welcome. I know your legs will appreciate it, okay? So from the beginning of the kick line sequence, we have course, by, course, kick. 1 by 1, kick. Till you shout, kick, enough, I'm done. Then we'll send you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now, let's eat up. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest. Turn 2 times and finish wherever you were told to finish, whether it's on your knees. Someone's gonna do a split. Someone's gonna do a shoulder sit. It's gonna be spectacular, okay? So taking those kicks apart for you real quick. You have arms up, course, by, course, kick. Right, left, kick. Left, kick. Right, left, kick. All right, so there's marches in between. Course, by, course. 1 by 1. Till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll bounce up to sleep as you digest. Down, tonight we'll prop your feet up, but for now let's eat up. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest. Finish, okay? Notice there is a preparatory jump before the massive kick line starts, before all the craziness. So after we come out of here, bend at the waist, run in place, stand up, jump, kick, jump, kick, jump, kick, jump, kick, okay? There is literally a jump for every move of that kick line. You have bump, bump, bump. There's jumps all over. You'll be exhausted and in really good shape when we're done. And that is the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to run it with the music for you in the next video so you can see how it all comes together. And I'll try to mirror for you. All right, see you in the next video. Mwah!